with the implementation of coaching as a practice in our district to support professional learning and improvement in professional practice, one element that I think has been very important is the fact that this team exists. I think in some cases we've tried to put an individual coach in a situation, and it's been very difficult for that person to be successful alone. And what I've seen happen, and I may read more into this than is true, but I think what I've seen happen is these three coaches have grown each other over time. We very intentionally put a team together with different strengths. We wanted them to complement one another. And we still have a lot of growing to do as a team. But I have definitely seen your individual strengths emerge, and then team strengths take, things that would grow and ideas that someone would share a concept and somebody else makes the graphic organizer for it. That kind of teaming approach I think is really important, because I think sometimes we read the research and we go, oh, coaching, that's the one. And then we put that one person responsible and isolate that person, and it won't be successful, or won't be as successful as if they have other people they can grow with.
I think that one thing that you have to consider is, while yes, we are in our individual buildings, we are never alone. We're constantly in conversation with one another, inside of school, outside of school. We really are each other's support, because in coaching, you're constantly trying to find good. You're constantly trying to find what you're trying to diagnose constantly. And sometimes you're filtering, and you just need to say what you need to say. And these girls know that there are days that you've just had it. It's exhausting. And because you're thinking, you're making decisions constantly, or you're meeting other people's needs constantly. And so it's nice to be able to go, okay, I just need to say this, and I need you to listen, and hopefully I didn't say the wrong thing.
The last text I sent Holly was, oh my God, OMG, this job is killing me. And her reply was, no kidding. But just the fact that somebody else gets my pain. And
I love my job.
Part on the agenda, and you can look at our page and you'll see it, where it's always checking in. It's how are things going? And what I can tell, because that's kind of, I take it as my responsibility to help them be successful. They can be successful without me, there's no doubt. But I take on that, or I want to take on that role. What do I need to get? What do we need to do? What am I listening for? What do I need to say to principals? But they clearly have already had that check-in conversation before I ever come to the table. So, because each other, before someone begins to talk, somebody else is nodding their head. So they know, and that helps too. I mean, really, you have to have a support system to make this work.
I think this rapport, it's as valuable as anything. It's just support, it's crucial. It's that same relationship that you have with your team members at a great level.
Well, and Cherry also has provided a lot of support for us, because we're new at this type of a job. And so when we come in and we don't know what to say, we don't know how to intervene appropriately or how to coach somebody in a strategy, it's nice to be able to have that resource to go back and say, okay, what do I need to tell this person? I don't know anything about this. Can you please point me in the right direction? And she always has either a resource, or she can tell us, or she can intervene and start taking over this email conversation that we've totally butchered, or we don't know what we're talking about. So it's nice to have somebody to be able to go to and support our growth, because we are growing. It's nice to have that. It's reciprocal, that we have each other, but then we also have her leadership to help us out. So.